So the question was with Mr. Thomas was, on our Bermuda greens, we get a very slick putt from about 3 feet. Mr. Thomas feels like he can't even hit a full putt to get that ball where he needs it. So he feels like he's either taking a long, kind of very slow stroke and it kind of gets offline. So even though that one went in, it kind of wiggled on me into the hole, right? Or we're taking a very quick and it kind of gets offline and starts to wiggle on us. So one thing that I like to do is to hit kind of what I call a dead putt. So on the slow, or the very quick putts downhill that move a lot, I'll tend to line them up on the toe. So the middle of our putter is kind of our sweet spot, our hot spot. So if we hit it on the toe, where there's not as much MOI, not as much density at impact, hit it on the toe where it's a little bit deader, and the toe will tend to kind of give a little bit more than the center, where the toe and the heel move through the ball, whereas the toe, if we hit it on the toe, it's going to kind of give a little bit. So I tend to kind of aim these on the toe, and kind of hit these on the toe. You saw that one rolled much truer. So on the short downhill ones, aim on the toe in order to deaden the ball a little bit.
Yeah, so you can make a longer stroke as a result.
Correct. So you can still make full stroke, or what you think is a solid stroke at the golf ball without getting kind of fickle with it.
Yeah.
So
That's great.
and how to get a little bit more distance on it?
Yeah, I mean, I can do it my old way and get more distance, but I'm not consistent.
Let's see one. So is that where a lot of them are coming?
No, that's, you mean, that's
Right
what this,
now,
yeah,
with what I've kind of been working on?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you hitting right now?
I'm hitting a 53.
53? Okay. So what are we,
Now, I can hit it a little bit harder, but then
Okay.
if I do that, then I go through further.
let me see one more here. Okay, that was a little better.
Yeah.
That one I noticed you had a little bit more wrist hinge.
Yeah.
What I'm noticing is, on some of your shots, you're kind of coming at a pretty good position here,
Yeah.
and it's a little quick to the downswing, and then it's stopping really abruptly.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying
Even
to
though
do.
you feel like it's kind of coming through,
Yeah.
it's stopping abruptly.
Yeah.
So we're taking the club and essentially we're only getting it to here.
Yeah.
We're not letting the club get all the way through.
Okay.
So what I want to see is a little bit more of a better tempo,
Yeah.
and you can feel like it's a little bit more of a fuller swing, but not a full swing. There you go. Good.
Okay.
Much better. I just want to see a little bit more of tempo.
There was no tempo in that one?
That was much better.
Was there any tempo though?
There was.
Oh.
Quicker doesn't mean further. That was good. I like what you're doing here with the club here. So you're kind of seeing where your divot is. Some are coming just behind the ball,
Uh-huh.
and that's a part of why they're not going as far. See? That one was just a little heavy. Let's get a good piece of turf here. Why don't you hit one right here for me? Let's get you put up line. Good piece of turf here. Good. Look where that divot was. Right in line and just in front of it. Our divot's behind the ball. We're hitting the ground first. Most likely our club's going to dig through. Ball's going to go nowhere. Good. We get that nice descending blow. Club's coming down on the ball. What's that doing?
And make it go up.
That's right. Because the ball's going to ride the grooves. The ball's going to go higher.
Yeah.
So we get that nice descending blow in front of it. We're going to be much better off. So we're just trying to get your path from out here to in here, right? So when we hit one, it looks something like that. And then you can always check by your divot. If you look at my divot here, it went right through the gates. So it's just the gate drill. Excellent. Awesome. We're brought up just now and prior to the class when we talked about windy days and lies. On the range, we get a flat lie every time. We're not going to get that out here, right? So Mr. Deming brought up the point that this lie falls slightly below our feet, maybe on the side of a downslope. So what we do is we adjust, right, with our shoulders. We all probably know this at this point, right, and adjusting to the slope. But we got to think about what this is. So we adjust everything. Our club now comes down. What does this do to our club? Opens the face, right? Same thing. We shoot forward. This was something Mr. Core talked about earlier, which was into the wind. I like to try to get my weight forward and hit down and hit a lower shot. This is going to increase that even more, right? So now we've adjusted to the lie, and we're also probably hitting a little bit of a punch shot in order to get that low trajectory. So now we have to understand that everything that we've done now is promoting our ball to go way right. So this is where course management and trust in our game comes into play. So I'm setting up to it. My miss is right? We talked about this. Everybody wants to be right, if anything. But I know and I trust that because of the way the club performs, the way the lie is, it's gonna go right. So I'm gonna aim at the 10. Right? We didn't think about that. We thought, well, let's aim right and hit it over there. But the lie and everything's gonna promote us, because I saw all of us talking about hitting at that bunker, but all of our shots, where they go, they went almost towards the path. So if I hit a shot, Sushi, if you want to back up here, I'm going to probably aim at the pin or close to it, adjust everything, and just trust, right, everything that I've put into preparation for this shot, knowing that if I do miss, it's still going to miss right, just not as far. Went right?
Yeah.
But I'm right where we just talked about we wanted to go.
Yeah.
Short right of the green when we're putting.
Yeah. Really good.
And that's where we have to trust our game.
So you were aimed and you.
So I spoke with you earlier about your miss being thin and right? When you're hitting it well, you hit a nice little draw. So one of the things that I want to talk about was your angle of attack and kind of impact and how those are kind of working. And that's where we're getting that low launching into the right miss. So what's happening, I think, is you said you tend to pull on the handle, which I think is very correct. So when you tend to pull on the handle, everything comes forward, and now my club is well in front.
Yeah.
What does that do to my face? My face is now open, and more likely, I'm going to hit the upper half of the golf ball because I'm late.